to explain what's happened since the release of Dr. Wu's report. Go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, only 1 minute on Dr. Wu's first report. So he, by EPA, he did all testing in accordance with EPA, and practically what he found, let's say over here, bottom line is not to exceed what is considered to be safe, 15,000 bacteria per 100 milliliters. So what we did in this first time, normally at the university we used to test every 6 months our emergency fixtures. That's a procedure of our maintenance staff. We found it that and how this test was done. We had like first few seconds when a fixture was open, we took water sample, and then 3 minutes after. So on first run in 3 buildings, particular one, very old with old pipe in chemistry, we exceeded this is on logarithmic scale. This level of 50,000 is equal to about 4.7. And 3 minutes after, we've been below this critical, or we call it baseline level. So looking at this data, a professor decided to go and conduct additional testing. We took these 3 other buildings where we've been relatively higher, and we did this following way. We set first week testing and second test after first week, and 4 weeks after test, 4 weeks after second week, 4 weeks after would be third testing. And we are in the middle all of this to see if this way we increase the frequency of our tests to see what is like our level, where are we at the baseline. Because what we're trying to prove over here, once a week is not necessarily very strong, and it will be very costly procedure for probably most of facilities. So we try at our grounds, we're trying to find out this way what is like our border lines, and eventually, in those critical old buildings, older one with old pipes, how it is simply how we looking, what's going on. Because I was thinking simply, I didn't see yet any statistical data, because I would like to see, like, take whole US and see if somebody got any data, could tell us, how many people been injured. Because what I'm thinking, a lot of us, let's say, will swim in these different rivers, different areas, and definitely you will wash your eyes or expose them to probably very, very higher levels than like potable water bacteria. So, find like common sense, which, those analysis statistic kind of experiments over here will give us like, better look to have better base to simply conduct final results and to put some kind of resolution to it. And, also I had additional question regarding all this test, how many even emergency fixtures, if maybe OSHA got this data, been used, except only when maintenance is performed. So I believe end of next month, after like this second round of tests, we'll have more information, and I will gladly, with Dr. Wu, I will gladly to present all this information.
Okay, well that's interesting observation that you say that we're seeing no more contamination of the water than you would get in a public pool. Did I hear you say that right?
Yeah, it will be public pool or more like river. In public pool you will have chlorine. Sure, you will have also not people, when people jump into pools, they are not taking showers, but you have over there like everyday monitoring and testing. But I would say, let's say, open like lakes, it would be nice probably to take maybe sample just to comparison, like locally over here, maybe in Michigan, I'm thinking about this, just to have like apple-to-apple comparison. But that's kind of...
Well, if I could speak on behalf of Bruce, who says that you want water that's cleaner than, say, a public swimming pool water, because there's been an injury to the eye and you don't want to aggravate it. Maybe a healthy eye would be resistant to swimming pool water. Certainly, I swim quite a bit actually, and I see your colleague over there quite a bit swimming, and over at Fuller Pool. So one thing I wanted to make clear is that we still are in the process of gathering data again, and that we're going to have to go ahead and get the draft of the ISEA report, and concurrently, well, we may have 30, maybe at best 60 days to respond to that draft report. Again, Bruce and Richard, whom I'd hope would be on the call, at least for our industry, have been identified as the people who would be looking at that report on our behalf, and then they would respond to it. And I think our response might be possibly July 31st. Might be. We'll try to see what ISEA has to say about how long we have to do the report. Review the report. Our comments will come back. We don't know what they'll say. It's likely they'll want to keep it as a weekly test, and so we now have data to challenge that. So there are many different things we can do. We can make local exceptions, but in any case, we're very grateful for Rich Robbins' offer and conviction to actually get data. I regret also, however, that the American Hospital Association has not communicated with me. I just met them 2 weeks ago. They may be in a mode where they're just trying to clean up from the NFPA annual conference, because I know there's a lot of controversy they were involved in there. So possibly this is when you see up here, they're using Smart Sheet here to determine a year's worth of data on member mechanical performance by July 15th. So they did set up this website for us, by the way. I'm going to stop recording very soon. So at the moment, it seems to be a relationship with ASHI where we are, they'll provide the actual work. Is the device, are the permanently plumbed devices reliable enough? And then, of course, coupled with the the safety of the water, we feel that we might be able to test our hypothesis. So any comments on that, Pam?
That's fine. I was just curious what the status was.
Yeah, okay. That's all we can do at the moment. This doesn't have to last any longer than that. Adam, could you give us a sense of where WU is going to be? I think when you and I talked, we weren't quite sure that how soon he'd be in the country. And of course, I routinely meet people online from China, although they can't see the visual, but I'm about every other week I'm online with Beijing or Taiwan. So you shouldn't let that be a barrier to carry on with this.
No, I don't expect this to be a problem, because he got his students and his staff. So as soon as they will collect the data and they will analyze this, they should have for us, I believe, results. Last testing is on July, if I'm not mistaken, mid of July. So 2 weeks after, we should have the results. So then, then we can put this in perspective and compare and see what's happening practically after like 1 month, and what it is.
Okay, I'm just going to say by mid-July here, you can see me adding it to our agenda. So, and that will run concurrently with when we were able to review it. I'll put out personal calls to Bruce and Richard to see where they're at on this, if they still want to be the reviewers. I can find other reviewers if it's necessary. And so for the moment, I think, Pam, that's where we stand. We're waiting for the natural flow of data to come through. It's been going on for well over 6 months now, and which is what you want to do. And it's running roughly in parallel with the revision cycle. And so let's see where this leads us. Anything you want to add to that, Adam? We have another teleconference.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? This data will represent our local conditions over here. We have, water treatment plant with City of Ann Arbor. Our water is known to be, let's say, very rich with calcium. but our results will be like local representations, but you can have facilities or somewhere else in the U.S. which maybe got well water. I can speak for them, but it would be nice to maybe sometime in future if we would have more participants and we could compare, let's say, somebody else data, but or at least if you got most of cities when they're getting water, sure, they need to apply with EPA requirements. So, I would like to simply put our data to some kind of also comparison sometime in future after whatever we come as a result-wise.
Okay.
More exposure.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, so we have the next teleconference by July 15th. By that time, you guys should be doing the sort of boilerplate on your report and at least getting a first draft. Realistically, probably it's July 31st that we're looking for a deliverable from you guys. And then we should get some information. I'll pass that on. I'll post it on the website about what's happening here for the July 15th meeting. There are many teleconferences that we have. Regulatory action is a ferocious level of activity. I do not normally pester people with emails. If they're interested, they can certainly come and see where our teleconferences are set. And I'm urging you to take these times down and for your calendar. There's just too much happening and too many people involved. So maybe at another time, we are developing another platform actually so that people can more or less dip their foot into the river, the activity stream, at their convenience. But for the moment, I don't send out anything other than just one reminder a day or so ahead of time. So if you're interested, please get these slots in your calendar. Other than that, anything else, Pam or Adam?
No,
I'm fine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great. All right. I'll see you on the inner tubes, the worldwide inner tubes. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now.